want to thank our guests involved in the Sandra Cantu story. Now to Somalia, the ongoing hostage drama involving the hero Captain Richard Phillips is forcing the President of the United States to focus on a country that no American even wants to think about. Somalia. Remember Black Hawk Down? We have seen it up close. It is a lawless land where brigands and warlords run amok. And right now, Somali pirates are holding a dozen international vessels. A dozen. According to the international authorities, more than 200 crew members are being held hostage as we speak, including, of course, the American Captain Richard Phillips, who continues to be held in that life pod, which is adrift in the Indian Ocean, surrounded by vessels from the United States Navy. We'll be going to the region at the bottom of the hour. Right now, I'm continuing with Bernard Kerik, the former New York Police Commissioner, and Montel Williams, the radio and television host, the former United States Naval Commander. I've sailed those waters, worked that country. It's nuts. It's crazy. Tell us your experience and what advice would you have? I mean, we are not being presumptuous here. The commanders on the scene will make the right choices, but...
Absolutely. I mean, I did sail those waters. I was there in '82. I was there a couple of times on board the USS Kitty Hawk, on board the USS Halsey. I did 9 months in the Indian Ocean. First off, we have to say a big bravo Zulu to the captain for attempting to save his own life. This man jumped out in waters that most people have to understand is the most shark-infested waters in the world.
I have seen them there.
He Absolutely. Recognized that he was going to make that move. It was great. You're right. We have on-scene commanders, and believe me, I believe that the Navy is going to do the right thing. But for me, I want to think about 24. I want to why aren't the SEALs in the water, drilling little holes in the bottom of the boat? The boat starts to sink. Every man for himself. We get the captain out. That's my dream. But I don't think that's what we should do right this minute.
Commish, these guys are purely in it for the money. Nobody has been hurt. The French freed family of a sailboat, 47-foot sailboat. Yesterday, one hostage died along with 2 of the Somali pirates. What do you do? Do you negotiate with terrorists? What do you do?
You can't negotiate. And I think that's all the problems we have right now is because they've been negotiating.
Correct.
For all these vessels in the last 12 months, $150 million. This is the best occupation in Somalia at the rate they're going. Everybody wants to be a pirate. You cannot do this. And the more you do it, the worse it's going to get.
There is an al-Qaeda connection. People have to understand. The warlord who's ruling the southern part of the country, where most of these hostage takings are taking place off the coastline, they have a connection with al-Qaeda. Now, from my perspective, this is why the president needs to get involved, because if this money is filtering back to al-Qaeda and funding some of that activity, maybe we can now look at this as an act of war, and let's just say we stop the vessels coming off the coast.
But let me give our audience a little perspective here. The coast of Somalia is approximately the same size as the east coast of the United States of America. It is a vast and lawless land. Every year, 25,000 commercial vessels steam past that coastline. 25,000. It is the main artery of commerce in international trade in the world. This problem is as severe in our time as the Barbary pirates were at the beginning of the 19th century, and Thomas Jefferson had to send in Stephen Decatur in the United States Navy to wipe out that nest of pirates. But understand what it means. It means war. There is nothing short of that. You can't. This is not wiping out 6 or 12 or 24 bad guys. This is now a culture of larceny. Piracy is back, and there is nothing glamorous about it. This is not Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. These are cutthroats, and they're in it for the money. You will meet a friend and classmate of the kidnapped American captain. Kirsten Powers and Ann Coulter are here to debate the appropriate American response to the crisis after this.
Here's the deal. At Sainsbury's this Easter weekend, these lamb joints are half price. Try it with rosemary and garlic.